Gas and electricity bills increased for millions of households across the country on New Year's Day after energy firms implemented the new Ofgem price cap. The 5% increase will see annual costs for a typical dual-fuel household in Scotland, England and Wales rise by £94 from £1,834 to £1,928. From January 1 until March 31, 2024, the unit rate will be 29p/kWh for electricity and 7p/kWh for gas for a typical user paying by direct debit. The average daily standing charge will be £53 per day for electricity and £30 per day for gas, a total daily charge of £83p. Every household pays the same daily standing charge no matter how much energy they use, and it has risen to £83p from £74p a year ago. This means a small household and a big household both have to pay around £303 per year, which is a rise of about £33 from a year ago. However, Ofgem is to consider alternatives to energy standing charges amid predictions household bills will keep rising until the middle of this year. The energy regulator said it was the right time to look at standing charges again as wider cost of living pressures left customers continuing to struggle with bills over the last year. The standing charge is covered by the energy price cap, which sets a ceiling on how much suppliers can charge for it. But energy companies are also not obliged to have a standing charge, and can charge less than what is set out in the price cap. There are already tariffs on the market with no standing charge, but a higher unit rate. The standing charge covers the supplier's fixed costs of providing gas and electricity, regardless of how much energy you use, including providing and maintaining the wires, pipes and cables that deliver power to a customer's door, through to the staff and buildings required for the energy business to function. Ofgem said it was reopening the debate around how the standing charge is spread between customers and what any alternative could look like, and has called for input from charities, consumer groups, businesses, bill payers and suppliers. Tim Jarvis, Director for Markets at Ofgem, said, "We know that standing charges have provoked a huge amount of debate in recent months and, with wider cost of living pressures meaning customers will continue to struggle with bills, now is the right time to look at this again." The standing charge is covered by the price cap, which puts a ceiling on what suppliers can set it at. Suppliers are also under no obligation to have a standing charge and can charge less than what is set out in the price cap. However, it's a complex issue, and while an upfront set fee to cover a supplier's fixed costs works for some, it doesn't work for others. Equally, spreading the costs differently might help some, but our previous analysis has found it can also penalize some really vulnerable households. He added, "However we proceed, there is a difficult balance to be struck, which is why it is important that as many people as possible respond to our call for input with their experiences of it, how it affects them and what the alternatives could be." Ofgem last looked at the issue of standing charges before the energy crisis, with findings revealing a complex situation where there are winners and losers. It found if the standing charge facility was scrapped, suppliers would still have to cover their reasonable costs in other ways, which would mean charging a higher price for every unit of power used. The charge can also currently vary from region to region because of the differing costs in supplying energy to a particular area. People can submit their views on daily standing charges via email to standingcharges@ofgem.gov.uk by 19th of January. New Ofgem analysis showed while moving to a charge that reflected how much customers used would benefit low-income households overall, there could be a significant number of customers made worse off. Ofgem household case studies show there are about 1.2 million low-income households with electric heating which use a large amount of electricity and so would be worse off by roughly twice as much as those who benefit. Historically, customers on prepayment meters, PPM, have paid higher standing charges than direct debit customers, reflecting the higher cost to serve these customers. The UK government is currently subsidising PPM customers through the Energy Price Guarantee, to ensure customers pay no more for their energy than direct debit customers, but this support is due to expire at the end of March this year. Get the latest record money news. Join the conversation on our Money Saving Scotland Facebook group for energy and money saving tips, the latest benefits news, consumer help and advice on coping with the cost of living crisis. Sign up to our Record Money newsletter and get the top stories sent to your inbox daily from Monday to Friday, including a special cost of living edition on a Thursday. Sign up here. You can also follow us on X, formerly Twitter, at @recordmoney_ for regular updates throughout the day. Join the Daily Records WhatsApp community here and get the latest news sent straight to your messages.